In the quiet calm of the American morning, there's a legion of people that wake up long before the rest of us to do some very important work. The dairy farmers know it, of course the third shift folks, and the bakers. Here at Waterhouse Bakery, this couple reaches out and grabs the great grains that Lonesome Stone mills and makes some of the best artisanal bread in the entire state.
Good morning.
Hi, are you Ray?
I am.
I'm Kyle.
Oh, hi Kyle, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
So, well, welcome.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
this is we have a bistro out here. Shawn's in back baking, but we have kind of a coffee shop, the bistro, baked goods are all out here. Obviously, we have a community meeting spot, great view of the park.
And what I'm really here for is your breads.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
And Shawn's magic.
Yes,
yeah.
That's how we started.
And you guys, how long have you been a baker couple?
Shawn's been baking actually since we got married. He got a book from his uncle, and he self-taught himself how to bake bread.
Or how to burn it first.
Hopefully not too much, but yes. He moved to Michigan for a year, and right when we were about to get married, had nothing else to do, so he self-taught himself how to bake.
Well, yeah, because it's Michigan, not Wisconsin.
Exactly,
so
there's nothing to do.
I mean, this is what everybody's morning ought to smell like.
Shawn, I brought you some visitors. Shawn, this is Kyle.
We'll do the baker shake. How you doing, man? How many breads are you going to bake today?
Well, I've got the list over here. I try not to memorize anything because I'm not that clever.
This is high-tech bakery, man.
Well, this is the way that we do the tracking. I come out of an engineering background, so this is kind of a process engineering tool. Each of the different colors show the different steps along the way, and then each of the different breads is listed down the side, and it tells me the batch size, and it tells me how many of each shape that I'm going to be making. So right now, we're at 845. And what I was just doing was the punch down on the garlic salt. And
that dough-covered mouse tells you that you're the lead baker. And I love that you're an engineer, a recovering engineer who got into baking, and that Ray had no idea of the life you guys would be leading when you guys got hitched.
Well, when we started, I didn't know how to cook. So when I went off for my co-op out of school, I got that book.
Which
Vegetarian
one?
Cooking for Everyone, because she's a vegetarian, sort of.
Yep.
And
this is a cook. This is a book that, I mean, I know so many home cooks have on their shelf and is highly dog-eared.
Yeah, I love that book.
Yeah.
So that's what got me started. There's a bread recipe in there, Deborah. I'm sorry, but it's just not one that I enjoy very much. And I was whining about that for years at Christmas, and my uncle finally he said to my mom, "You got to get him that book." Nice. That's Bread Alone by Dan Leader.
Yep.
UW-Madison graduate in philosophy.
Wisconsin!
Went out and started his own bakery out in the Catskills.
And there is something philosophical. I mean, I've watched Peter Reinhardt's TED Talk about bread. Mm-hmm. There is something deeply philosophical, and I dare say even spiritual, about the process. It's alchemy.
Well, it's alchemy. It's also, you're dealing with a living organism. I mean, as soon as you mix flour and water, the wild yeast in the air come into it and start to become a living thing.
Yeah.
And taking care of that and getting it to do what you want it to do and go where you want it to go so that you can feed people. It's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Hi, my name is Gilbert Williams. I own and manage Lonesome Stone Milling. We take wheat from the driftless area and we make it into quality organic products for bread and baking. Now what you're looking at is 10,000-year-old landscape, or even, no, 10 million-year-old landscape, excuse me. This was the section of the Wisconsin area that was not glaciated. And so we have a lot more hills here. We'll be driving up out of the Wisconsin River Valley up to what is Pleasant Ridge, which is a high piece of ground just north of Dodgeville. And it's on these ridges we found that it's a good place to grow wheat because wheat needs to dry out before harvest. And you have a lot more wind up on the ridges than you do down here in the valley. We are working with certified organic farmers, and we are certified organic. And it's not just being organic, but it's doing a good job of being organic. And that is mainly taking care of the soil, having a healthy, well-balanced soil. And when I say healthy, well-balanced, what I mean is you've been maintaining the micronutrients in the soil and maintaining a crop rotation. That combination gives you a very healthy soil and a microflora that will release the right ratio of nutrients to the plant. That correct ratio of nutrients to the plant produces a healthy plant. The healthy plant will then fend off the diseases that are so much of the time in trouble. And it will also produce a very flavorful grain when it comes time to harvest.